Nice, there we go. Freshly shaven head. And a cold front just came through. It feels fantastic. It's been a long, hot summer. I know there's some more warm days, more hot days to come. Especially in September, we always have some hot days. But fall is closer than ever, and I cannot wait. It feels like fall right now. It feels so good. 90 to 100 degrees every day. It was getting old. Makes you miss makes you miss winter. I never thought I'd say that, but yeah. I'm extremely lonely, so I'd love to make some friends first and foremost. Maybe there's a side quest you want me to do at 4:30 in the morning. There we go. We got 3 people viewing it. How you doing? I just got done shaving my head. Now I gotta touch the beard up in the morning. I look like a fat white Cosmic Chimev or whatever the hell his name is, the one who just won the UFC fight. How you guys doing? Much love, man. Much love. Hi, Jessica. It's currently 4:35 in the morning here in Indianapolis, Indiana. That's where I'm located. Over here on the south side. California. What's up, buddy? How you doing, ZM official? I can't complain, man. Can't complain. Oregon. Oh, yeah. Love me some Oregon. I love Cali and Oregon. Both beautiful places. Being out here in Indiana, it's flat. Flat. You know, we don't got no mountains. We did just have a cold front come through, so it just... I mean, the temperatures right now are just perfect, man. You know, they don't feel much better than this. That humidity that we're known for here, that corn sweat, has got out of here, took flight, went south. You can literally see it on the radar. Like that cold front came through, you can see the wind, you can kind of hear the wind a little bit. That's a cool north wind. So yeah, it gets very humid out here. It's not anything to have dew points in the 70s, which is like Houston, Galveston, Louisiana coast type humidity, and that's because of the corn. Yeah, it does get very hot out there. Death Valley, California, blows my mind. I'll be looking at the radar and I'm like, wow. Idaho, that's an awesome place too. I love it. 26% humidity, that's pretty low. The 87 part, still probably a little uncomfortable. Burger shot, what did you hate? The the corn sweat. I guarantee it. Dirt bike riding's fun. 67 degrees. Where are you at, Jack Caruso? That's a nice temperature. Oh, we got Ukrainian or Russian. Much love. Two places I would like to visit, Ukraine and Russia. I don't think I could ever speak the language, but I'll use my Google Translate to the best of my abilities. Yeah, dirt bike riding is fun. It's very fun out here too. We have strip pits. You look like you don't like jowls. What the hell is jowls? Bub, I just shaved my head. It was down to here. I was just tired of it being so hot. It's like 90, it was 95 degrees today and hella high humidity. Yeah, man, I used to ride the heck out of dirt bikes. I'm 31 years old now and got 2 kids, so I've kind of sold them all, but one day I look to get back into that. My favorite dirt bike that I've ever owned was a CR250R 2002 two-stroke. Very fun to ride. Very fun to ride. Lots of power. Wheelie it easily. Power wheelie easily. You didn't even need to clutch up it. Yes, love dirt bikes. Also, another one of my favorite dirt bikes I had was a TT225 or TT250R. Kind of older. Was a trail bike. I mean, it wasn't as powerful as my CR250R two-stroke, but it was fun. Clutch up wheelie all day and just made for the trail, you know. And there's a lot of trails around here. Yeah, that hurts. Like if it was light enough, I'd show you my knee where I embedded 2 rocks in it. I didn't have it fall on me, but yeah, it bucked me. I have had a 450 Yamaha YFZ 450 four-wheeler. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I bet that's nice. An 85 modded out to a 105. Yeah, if it's they make a big wheel. They make an 85 big wheel that I really like. You know, they have this standard 85 like littler wheels and tires like for teens to ride, but they also have a big wheel one that, you know, you can. When I remember being in my early 20s, my buddy having one, and I rode the big wheel one time, and it was fun. You know, they're got a lot of power for the CC there. Yeah, it's just as fun as a 125, if not funner. I love that bike. Even the little KX65s. I remember being young and having a CRF 70 Honda, and my buddy having a 65 Cowie KX65, and that thing was fast. It was so cool. So much fun to ride. We don't have tracks. We just have levee systems that go all up and down White River here, and steep ravines, and they are a lot of fun, and strip pits. So like a lot of gravel pits and tons of sand and gravel that you wouldn't think would be out here. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's an old saying in Tennessee. I know it's in Texas probably. I'm in Indiana, man. I've probably heard it. I've traveled a lot down to Salina, Tennessee, to Del Hollow Lake, all through Kentucky. I love that country. Hollers and hills. That's really cool, man. Hi, Virginia. Yeah, having family that my dad always rode dirt bikes, never raced or anything like that, but Hot Wheels, ain't nothing wrong with Hot Wheels, man. whatever you're into, brother. I don't collect them, but I like have known several people in my life who have had big collections, and every time I went over their house, I got giddy. Felt like a kid again. I was like, yeah, man, let's check out your Hot Wheel collection. Imagine being in your, I'm 31 now. Imagine being in your 20s and going over to your buddy's house and he's like, hey, man, you want to check out my Hot Wheel collection? I'm like, yes, I want to check out your Hot Wheel collection. You don't have to pull my toes or fingers or ears for that. Let's go. Yep, flat tracks. That's kind of more my like. I've jumped on the CR250R. Would definitely handle it, especially when I was a lighter weight. Now that I'm gotten older, I've put more weight on. But yeah, flat tracks where it's at. If I was going to be doing anything, it'd be flat track. I've went too hard and wrecked several times in the past on bikes. I've had probably 20 different bikes and quads. I've had one of my favorite quads was a Yamaha Blaster. They're very slept on. Very fun little toys. Never had a Banshee, had the opportunity to get one, but I got the YFZ 450 instead, and it was mean as hell. It was a lot of fun. Yep, but Hot Wheels are really cool, Burger. Hot Wheels are really cool. I like the Hot Wheels monster trucks too. Whatever you are interested in, talk about it, because I probably like it or have heard of it. Oh, 70-foot jump, there's no way. You're doing some good riding there, brother. I'm proud of you, man. I'm glad you didn't break your arm, but be safe, and the practice makes perfect. The old saying there, So you'll eventually be looking like Travis Pastrana if you keep it up. I wish I could follow people on here. That's the thing. I wanted to follow this guy last time I went on live. I went to try to click his thing, but I cannot follow people. So yeah, I don't understand that part to this, because I would sit here and follow all you guys. Well, you know what? Travis Pastrana had to start from somewhere, man. You know what I mean? He living where he lives in the woods there, and he had a lot of woods jump and a lot of woods to ride, and now look where he's at. You know what I mean? You can do anything you put your mind to, brother. Anything you put your mind to. Something a friend always told me, he said, man, you have such great potential, but I always watch you give up too easy. And I said, that's how you know that guy's a true friend. In my head, I got home and I thought about that, and it's driven me to push myself a little further, albeit I'm going through a slump. I've been in and out of the psychiatrist, and I struggle with mental health really bad. And yeah, man, just gotta keep pushing. Life's a garden, dig it, make it work for you, you know what I'm saying? It's like Joe Dirt said that first, Theo Vaughn said it second, and they're both legends in my eyes. So yeah, you keep pushing, man. I'm proud of you, brother. You're doing good. Just don't step outside the comfort zone, man. Stay in the comfort zone and work your way up. Yeah, I hope to get back on one. I got several mini bikes, like little mini bikes, a Coleman one, 2 Coleman ones, and I got a scooter out in the garage that I don't even ride, but yeah, as far as it goes for anything with power, it's been a minute. A lot of fun. Working the clutch, working the gears, riding in the woods, miss it. My favorite thing that I missed the most, I think, was The smell and the sound of my two strokes. I always burnt clots. So, you know, you burn that clots. I'd be riding in this cornfield up the road here, and I go back and forth. I couldn't wait to get back down and go back through this wave of smoke I just created. Hey, Lucas and Roy, how you doing, buddy? Nice to meet you, man. Welcome. I don't go live all the time. Matter of fact, I barely go live. I just kind of post silly, stupid videos like anybody else. Oh yeah, they'll burn you up. You know, that's a different kind of pain right there. It hurts like heck. You would have paid $4 million to ride your dirt bike while you what? I know what you're saying. Being locked up ain't fun. I like the name Sean Diddy Combs. I feel like this is a satire account, and I also like that you're talking to the biggest goofball in the world, man. I love that, brother. I love it. I think Sean Diddy Combs is gonna walk. I really do. I think the power of money, and from what I'm seeing, everybody that engaged in the freak offs wanted to be a part of the freak offs. So how can you charge a guy? You know what I mean? Especially, it seems kind of like Cassie kind of feels like she was the ringleader to it. Like, you know what I mean? And Diddy was just sitting there watching, observing a lot of it. Thanks for the likes. Appreciate it. Thanks for the hearts and reactions. He said, yo, thanks for sending me that bread while I was locked up, and appreciate them drone drops. The boys love you. Oh, God. Oh, you're gold, man. You're gold. I can sing. I can sing the heck out of country. Oh, happy birthday. Oh, brother, I can't even remember how that all goes. It's a happy birthday, Lucas and Roy. 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 There you go, man. Happy birthday, brother. Yeah, I love me some country. I like all genres, really. At the end of the day, they all got good songs and bad songs. That's kind of like the people in the world. There's always good and bad people. There's always good and bad artists and everything. Bet you can. Okay, I'm touching it. Are you in? Man, I like your sense of humor. You're a goober, man. You're a goober. I'm sitting out here at what's 4:52 in the morning, and you're killing me. This is great. I gotta go to work in like an hour and a half. I can't wait till I tell the boys I talked to Sean Diddy Combs. No, but on the real, since this is not made for children, bingo, little Springfield XD 9mm. Where I'm at right now, like, hold on. There's not a lot of other houses, but there are quite a few tweakers that stay running around late at night. So, and I've been out in my driveway having a fire, and they approach me. So, like, I don't walk out the house without it. You know what I mean? I keep it on my side. It's not even like a paranoid thing. I just you're better safe than sorry, you know what I mean? And I really like the Springfield XD 9mm. It's got a great feel. I've had a Beretta M9. I got a Taurus 9mm in there, which I got for a hellacious good deal. Yeah, tweakers are very unpredictable. You just don't know if they got in a bad batch or what it is, you know what I mean? Or they're just like thinking that you got an easy 20 bucks on you or whatever it may be. I'm like the last line of defense. If I go down, say somebody comes up here and zaps me, but all they got to do is just walk right inside that house. And there's my kids and my old lady. So we don't want that. Keep it ready to go. I wish this had a light better. I mean, not that I want you guys to see my ugly 8-ball head, but it's just, I feel like I'm squinting. And if I'm squinting, then you guys are probably squinting. 5 viewers, I appreciate it. I really do. I would needed people to talk to, man. I've been deeply depressed, hurting inside, and having really bad thoughts. So when you guys come in here and you want to talk about dirt bikes and you want to talk about things that make you happy, and a lot of those things you're talking about have made me happy. So, and Diddy Combs coming in with the satire and the goofiness and making me laugh. Good dude. Good dude. I always appreciate a good satire account. I had one on TikTok, Wang Chung. Oh, it was good. It was good. Bam Bam Bigelow. Who's Bam Bam Bigelow? I like that. That's a killer name, man. 777. You must be a lucky man. But who is Bam Bam Bigelow? Please tell me. I will look him up when I get off here. WWF Beast. That's pretty cool, bro. That's cool as hell. I appreciate that, man. When my hair's long, I have had people call me Chris Farley and what's that one guy, Louis Lastic off of Remember the Titans. Oh, that killed me. People would be trying to hurt my feelings and stuff. I'm like, bro, that's so funny. How can I not laugh? They're like, you're supposed to be mad at school and stuff. I'm like, dude, I'm not mad. That's hella funny. Like, I feel like I got like 1 or 2 long hairs. I gotta go back over it one more time. Yeah, it's important to have thick skin, you know. Don't let anyone get to you. Don't let anyone bother you. That's the number one thing in life, man. Main thing is don't panic. Most of the time, the people picking on you couldn't walk a quarter mile in your shoes, let alone a mile. That's what I always tell myself, you know, like, hey, just roll off the shoulder. Yeah, he was really thick in Remember the Titans. But you know what? What he's done to his body, Ethan Suplee is his name, I remember now. What he's done to his body is a amazing thing. Shows his willpower. His willpower is really strong. Because he obviously got to a low walked as big as he was, and he not only overcame it, but now he's built. Dude lifts, pounds the weights, takes care of business, you know. And I say the same thing about people who are addicted to drugs. There's a meth head nearby here somewhere, or someone who's on heroin or whatever it may be. That's why I made this not for kids, so we could talk about this kind of stuff. But they're probably pushed to the limit, and they might be skinny as a rail. But you know what? I'm not the most biblical man, but I do believe that God will leave the 99 to that one. that one that's down on his luck, hurt and depressed. He will come and save you, salvation. So those people, they also have willpower. They have immense willpower. They just don't know it yet. Sometimes you gotta go to rock bottom before you receive that. And I always wish those people well. I'm not out here with the gun looking to cause any issues. It's just if I need it, maybe, but yeah. I appreciate that, man. A super chat. I'm really not even familiar with what a super chat is, and I don't mean to be disrespectful. I don't do this a lot, and I when I do, it seems like it goes pretty well. I love to connect with people and touch base and make new friends. See, I always say there's a lot of like-minded people. They just might not always be in your area. They might not be in your neighborhood. They might not be on your Facebook. They might be 600 miles away. They might be 6,000 miles away. And that's always the beautiful thing about it. Getting on the internet is you can connect with those people. You can make those friends, Brother, I appreciate you, man. You don't have to do that. Just your time and you talking about the stuff that you like and love means more to me than money. For real. You're a good-hearted dude, and I can tell. Big things will come for you when you got a heart like that. You might be the next Travis Pastrana, buddy, if you keep it up. You really might. Or Ricky Carmichael, or Jeremy McGrath when I was younger. That's who was always. I always watched him, loved him. James Stewart, kind of there at the end when I was starting to get out of it. I used to go to the RCA Dome that was here in Indianapolis before the Lucas Oil Stadium came in, and we'd watch Supercross. And each time I went, I picked up a different jersey. I always had a Honda and a Kawasaki and a Yamaha, because that's me, man. I don't discriminate against bikes. I like them all. Ricky Bobby. Is it big? Oh, man. The chat just got me. He said Ricky Bobby. I look like the guy on I think that was that, no, that was Dukes of Hazzard, the guy who makes the armadillo helmet. Oh God. I gotta make me. They just entered Indiana too, man. The armadillos. They've been finding them dead on the side of the road, and Indiana DNR has found like a population of them. So it's a very really real possibility I might have an armadillo helmet in the future. I don't, buddy. I have 2 kids and a wife and a job. What I was good at, what video game I was good at was Modern Warfare 2. I was always good with that. Very, very good with the war games. That's how long ago it's been since I've played video games, my brother. Modern Warfare 2 was the last one that I actually played. Very fun game, though. If you ain't first, you're last. That's dead right, brother. That was great. I need me a pet mountain lion. James was a legend, going back to your comment. He was. He's got such good bike control, man. He really does. Yeah, I like video games, brother. I tell you what, I can't get the TV long enough to play the dang things. And the kids got 2 TVs in their rooms. They still always want to come steal dad's. So, what are you gonna do? I'm like, here's the remote. Take it. And then they put on those dang Roblox video games, and I'm like, no, where did we go as a society? Which, don't get me wrong, like maybe like one or two look decent, but majority of the ones they want to watch, they're little. So the ones they want to watch are just like they like that Cappy and I can't remember the other guys, but I remember that Cappy one because they say it so much. Oh, that was so much fun. That was so much fun. Now you're starting to get back into my younger days. I do miss Ken Block as well. That guy was a beast, man. The way he whipped a car, it just was. It was awesome. I like the Fantasy Factory Rob Dyrdek, where he got the little mini go-kart and did the show with Ken Block the one time. Ken was cool. He was really good at what he did, and it just goes to show you, no matter how good you are, you can still have an accident. But you know what I always say? I told my mom and dad this. I've told many people who love me this while I was riding my dirt bikes or doing something that I wanted to do that was dangerous. I said, you know what? At least I went out doing what I loved. If I go, at least I went out doing what I loved. So that's always a good motto to live by, you know what I mean? We also never know when it's our time, so enjoy it and do what you do and do it well. Give her hell. Do it for Dale, as I like to say. Do it for Dale. Dale Earnhardt, miss him. Dale Sr. was, when I was a kid, I'd watch him. When I was a kid, I watched the wreck happen live. That tore me up. That tore me to pieces. Being 6 years old, watching that tore me to pieces. I didn't sleep well that night. I still remember it like it was yesterday. It tore me up, man. Miss that guy. Makes me take a deep sigh. And I like Junior. I like him. He's good too. Yep, I know. Unbelievable. Yeah, brother. You know, moms are gonna do that with anything you do. They're always overprotective. She's just looking out for you, but you're at the same time enjoying your life, so you don't want anything or anyone to hold that back. You just gotta say, Mom, I love you, but I'm gonna keep on sending it. You know, just like Larry the Enticer says, I'm gonna keep on sending it. Right. That's dads, man. He's had those same, it's what I've noticed about dads is majority of the time, if they're a good dad, they've probably had the same dreams you've had. Live your life a quarter mile at a time. Man, you are just a quote king. If you don't have a Facebook, you need one. People would just, you got these quotes you remember from these movies, man. You got a good brain, dude. You're sharp as a tack, buddy. Yep, but your dad's lived that dream too, my friend. And he sees you doing it. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Makes me being a young father in my 30s now, makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up when you say something like that, because that's all a dad ever wants is their son to do better than what they did. And a good dad, you know, when you make it, because you will, with that kind of attitude and heart you got, you'll make it. And he's gonna you know, always gonna want your praise, and all you're gonna want's his praise. I love that. That's a beautiful thing. Some dads, I think, there's been several examples where their kids do really well, like NBA, football. I can name a few guys, and their dads kind of come in and want money from them or something like that. And I can tell that you don't have a dad like that. You have a dad who genuinely cares and is he would sponsor you financially to get you to the point where you want to be. That's a badass dad, brother. That's a good dude. Yes, family. That's what it is. 100%. And I have uncles and I have family, cousins and stuff that I no longer talk to, and life changes and people grow apart, but the one people that are always there for you is your immediate family. And I have uncles that are still there, still call me, bother me, and text me and ask me how I'm doing. So it's, you know, there's good family and there can unfortunately be bad. If it's that they're bad, they just don't care, you know. He's had it all with my grandparents. They have gone as far as renovating their house for money for racing, and he wants me to live a better life than he did. Yeah. He wants to see you succeed. Yes, the bad does make you really appreciate the good. 100%. Couldn't have said it any better. Yeah, it feels terrific out here. Let me turn you guys around. See the grain silos over there? And the clouds. That's due north. So about 3.5, 4 hours north of here is Lake Michigan. Then you can hear the interstate, which is 465. It's like the racetrack. Everybody drives fast as heck on it here in Indiana. It's the Hoosier blood. Everybody's got a little bit of the Indy car in them. Oh. I got about 20 more minutes on here, and then I'm gonna get off here and get ready to go to work. Gotta go take care of everybody else. Sacrifices, man, sacrifices. I like I said, I want to follow everybody in this live, but it won't allow me, which kind of stinks because I like that. I like following people that when you can sit here and carry on a conversation with you, and I can tell you guys are good-hearted individuals. I love that and would love to give you guys a follow back. I will do more live streams because it's connecting me to people like you, and that's what I crave. I sit up here these hours lonely, and me and my old lady don't always get along, and I can come out here and talk to people, and it feels just fantastic. You miss Indiana? I love my time there. West Lafayette is a very beautiful place. Very beautiful little small town. You head southwest just a little bit and you start getting towards Turkey Run State Park, which is a beautiful area of Indiana. Lots of rocky outcroppings and little hollers, hills, and that's actually one of my favorite places to go and take pictures of copperheads. I've got several pictures of copperheads there. You got to go look where the rocks are at, either late fall, so coming up here about mid-September when they're starting to head back into those areas to hide for the winter, or you can go in early spring and see them. I love documenting poisonous snakes. In Indiana, we have two. We've got the timber rattlesnake, which is to the south of me, about 45 minutes down in the Hoosier National Forestry. And there are copperheads down there too, but I love venomous snakes. They're very misunderstood, and I know a lot of people say the only good snake is a dead snake, but that's not how I feel. I like to let live, let live, brother. They've been here long before I decided to ever set my foot in the woods, and long before any of my parents and grandparents decided to set their feet in the woods. So it's about a respect type thing, It's like if you go to Africa and you're afraid you're going to get attacked by a lion. You can't be afraid. You just gotta know you're in their territory, and it's a mutual respect type thing. Though they probably attack you if given the chance, probably, but for the most part, you leave them alone and stay out of their area, you're a-okay. And they're really a lot of the kind of stuff's active at nighttime, nocturnal. You know what is really good about where you're talking about, West Lafayette? That general area of Indiana has so many good bars and restaurants that have breaded pork tenderloins. They are phenomenal. That's probably my favorite Indiana food, is the breaded pork tenderloin. So good. If I had my way, I'd eat my way to 400, 300, 400 pounds if I could eat those every day. Oh. To 300 as it is. I need to start doing more exercise. I've been having breathing problems really bad. I actually have to have another nose surgery coming up here in September. So hopefully after then I can get back to working out how I used to. Would be nice. But I always say take it a day at a time, Any fighting sports in my childhood? No. I did play football. And they wanted me to go to college so bad to play, man, and I just couldn't. I don't know. I didn't want to go to college at all. I don't like being away from the family, you know what I mean? Like, I would have missed them. Yeah, could I have been in the NFL with how broad my shoulders are and how good my blocking ability was? Probably. But no, I just didn't want to. But fighting sports, no. I'm more of a lover than a fighter. I mean, if you back a guy into a corner, then anybody has the potential to be a good fighter. Have I had my fair share of fights? Of course, but I prefer, loving versus fighting. I'd rather just get along with everybody, to be quite frank with you. Yeah, to open up my sinuses, yes. I have to have a sinuplasty, which in another deviated septum surgery, because they didn't fix it right the first time, which I probably have I could probably sue them, but I'm not going to do that because I'm just not that kind of guy, man. Just not that kind of guy. I don't want to go through it. I don't want to sue anybody. Your dad growing up only did dirt bikes, nothing else, and he wants me to be better. I'm doing football, boxing, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Yeah, man, there's nothing wrong with fighting sports. I don't have anything. I watched UFC fights. I just watched the Cosmic DDP fight and the two knockouts. The two, what was it, spinning back fist or back elbow, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know the proper, but they knocked them out. Two knockouts. The DDP and Cosmic fight was kind of boring. I don't know. I didn't really want to watch it for the wrestling. Hey, that's a good quote, my friend. You're coming in with the killer quotes. Oh, there's definitely times where yes, I'm willing to fight, but for the most part, if I can talk it out or work it out, I've been in probably a total and 5 of which I won, and the 2 that I was with like cousins and stuff like that, where I didn't really even want to fight to begin with, and they were like older than me and kicked my ass. So, but them doing that kind of helps me prepare for the ones where I, needed to win and needed to fight. So, like I always say, sometimes you got to get your ass kicked or knocked back down to the bottom notch before you can go out and take business. You know what I mean? Yeah, doing it for self-defense. You never know. That's great. Yes, and it makes it stronger for dirt bikes and stuff. There ain't a damn thing wrong with that, buddy. If that's something that you want to do, you go full bore into it. Exactly. No losses, just lessons learned. You are a philosopher and a deep thinker, and I like your style. A legend. You guys are both legends. Yeah, that's completely normal, man, and most people it's an older brother or for me like an older cousin for me, and that's just you got to take that. That's how it goes, and then it transforms you. It kind of pisses you off inside a little bit, and you're like, I can, it lights the fire inside your heart, and then before you know it, they don't want to mess with you no more. You know what I mean? It's a great feeling. People do it with exercise all the time. People do it with fighting. Anything in life, that's how we often learn to get better. Scrimmage, even football, scrimmaging. That's all that is. You learn who the top dog of the team is through scrimmaging, and that's where respect's earned a lot of times. And yeah, yeah, that's true, man. That was me a lot of times. As at school, I couldn't wait to get on that bus to leave to go home and ride on dirt bikes, because like that's all woods back there, brother. And then White River, a levee, and all the riding you could ever want to do. Which I don't know why I don't have a dirt bike or a quad anymore, but I don't. I just, like I said, I have kids and money can be very tight right now. Oh yeah, you just gotta be humble. I wasn't, I wasn't ever. I just wanted to get home and ride my dirt bike. But anytime you talk about it in school, they, like you said, they don't really know anything. They couldn't really see albeit if we had cell phones when I was in school, which we didn't, and I could show them what I was riding, they would be like, yes, you, bro, will you let me ride your stuff? Da, da, da. It would change the game. Especially now with YouTube, it gets people in so many different things. I mean, you can go watch a YouTube video, and then in an instant you're more passionate about what you watched in the YouTube video than you were had you not watched it. So there's a lot of that. Yeah, no, and most of them couldn't work a clutch or shift gears. You know what I mean? They need an automatic. They would need an automatic to learn to ride. Yeah, they are widow makers back there, brother. Big elm trees. Now one over there is a big maple. The rest of those are elms. I got chickens and duck. Excuse my hillbilly yard. I have had projects here that obviously I haven't finished, which we all do. But yeah, it's back there. You'll see, other than the lighting on the chicken coops over at my mother and father-in-law's that live over there, there's That's you in God's country. Indianapolis is that way about 20 miles. I live on the suburbs on the very outskirt. I live about 2 miles from the Morgan County, Johnson County line. So Indiana, it's the most least populated Midwest state. So there is a lot of rural ground left, which is nice, especially when you're wanting to ride, or like I like to mushroom hunt. I go morel mushroom hunting a lot, and fishing and hunting. Yeah, I sold my dirt bikes. I still got pictures of all of them. I could do a collage video one day and make pictures of all of them. The CR250R was mint. I mean, factory racing, chrome muffler all the way back. Factory racing clutch. A beautiful set of plastics on it, original plastics. Pro taper handlebars. It was fast. It was great. It sounded so great, and it didn't need it had the top end was top notch on it, which most of the time on a top end, if you ride it heavy on a two-stroke, you'll need to change it the year in advance or a year after you already did it. But I was just trail riding and burping it around for fun, and I wasn't racing it, so the top end always stayed pretty fresh, which what oil you run depends on that a lot of times too. You don't want to put no Quaker State, no bike like that. So I always did Klotz racing oil or Bel-Ray racing oil. Yes, they're fast as can be, Bob. Oh man, that's such a good time. You're making me want to get a bike. I'm glad I talked to you. You're making me want to get a bike again. And what I would do is I'm going to buy one that needs probably a top end rebuild. And my uncle's really, really good at it. And I've watched him do it. There's really not a whole lot to it. I could probably do it, but and that's probably what I would do, is have him just kind of coach me through it so that I can learn another skill there in life. But, yeah, I would do a top end rebuild on one that needed it, and then probably put a little older style one, so just get a better power band in that bike. I like that power band where you can do power up wheelies. That's one of my favorite things to do on a dirt bike. And now that I've gotten older, I might not even want I might not want a two-stroke two-cycle. I might go with a four-stroke. Might give me a trail bike. I really want one of those African twins. If I was gonna get another bike, they got so much power and torque, which, oh my gosh. Plus you can go from the street to the woods and wherever you want to go on an African twin, You can go across America on one if you wanted to. Yeah, you're making me miss my heydays of life. I had I had a YZ80 and a YZ85, which is, basically the same thing. But one was older and one was newer. The one was a 92, and then I had one that was a 2001. I bought those to flip. Yeah, the African twins are big, man. I've had a lot of bikes and quads and stuff, and several quads that I just bought to resell. Yeah, yeah, 450's fun bike. I had it on a quad, never had it on a dirt bike. I had the YZ 450 quad, which, my God, so much fun. So much fun. You'd be across the cornfield, granted, if it wasn't plowed, in a flat second. Still, if it was plowed, you could still do it. It's just harder. You're like, it's like you're on a big shake weight when you're going across the cornfield that's been plowed. Oh my God. You know what? Mud. That was like my least favorite thing to ride on, was mud. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. It was fun with the right four-wheeler or right dirt bike, like the trail dirt bike. The mud was pretty fun, but on my motocross bike, my CR250R, I always liked that dry dirt. My God, shooting rooster tails when you talk, so much fun. Such a good time. Well, hey, buddy, it's 5:30, and I got to get off here. I hope that you have a great day, and I'm gonna try to figure out when I get off here how to follow people. That's what I'm gonna sit here and do until I gotta go. I got like 15 minutes before I gotta leave, so I'm gonna get off here and see if I can't give you a follow. But much love, brother. Thank you for your time, and you have a great day, buddy.